think people are already buying things and shopping and baking pies because the trading volume is thin right now. It's running around 11% below the 1-month average. So ignore the crowd, ignore the herd. Now's the time to do some holiday stock shopping. Here for the best picks of the season and what to sell. Rob Hackel, RF Lafferty, Chief Operations Officer, joining me from the New York Stock Exchange, and Alan Knuckman is with us from the CME. Alan, I will start with you first because we love to tell viewers, okay, you might want to buy this, but do you need to raise cash and sell something so that you get that money to buy it? What's your sell this, buy that trade?
Well, I'm looking at very closely, as everybody is, at the oil market. We held that $40 level, and it looks like we might have some bullish divergence, meaning we're making new lows or attempting to go to those lows, but not making new highs in volatility. That's usually the sign of a bottom. So I'm looking at getting into Marathon oil instead of Exxon. Marathon's down 70%. It's been trading between 14 and 20. A push above 20 sends it to 26, which is a nice, healthy gain. Exxon's down 13% on the year. Yes, it can make some ground, but if there's some short covering and a squeeze play here, Marathon's going to be much, much better.
Okay, so you're saying sell Exxon, buy Marathon. Now we get to our second guest. Rob, tell me what you're selling to buy.
Well, I think if you're just looking more from a macro area, I'm looking at some Bank of America right now to buy, actually. Bank of America has exposure to the entire U.S. market, overseas as well. I think if you're looking at something to sell, I would look to sell some of the smaller banks, some of the regionals or the super regionals. I'd be in a larger bank right now. You have a rising interest rate level. Display it from the long side, get into Bank of America and sell some of the smaller names.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. Do you think if the Fed tightens even just a quarter of a point, the real beneficiaries will be the bigger money center banks, Rob?
Absolutely. I think it is. I think you're really going to see, though, with the Fed raising rates, I think it's going to be a longer time to have that happen. But I just think 25 bips, if that's what we're seeing in December, every little bit helps for some of the larger banks, and I think that's where you want to have the exposure.
Neither of you guys are saying buy Chipotle right now because of the E. coli thing. Did you know, Alan, that I ate live on the air a burrito bowl just to prove that what? I don't know.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The stock's looking like more of a buy here. It was at $750 just a couple months ago.
I agree.
Thank you, Dr. Knuckman. I'll be fine.